here. We're back again, y'all. Time Out with the Crew podcast.
Back at it again.
Tommy and Bardo, TB. We got a lot to talk about today, Bardo.
Winners and MVPs.
We're going to recap last week, what happened. A little bit of WWE.
You got your ass whooped? Oh.
Pretty much. We're going to, SummerSlam happened over the weekend, Saturday, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. We got preseason week 3 today. Jake Paul, he had his fight coming up. The Badger game, September 4th. We're going to preview some of that. And then, of course, we got our fun segments to get through. But first, let's highlight some names of preseason week 2.
Tua.
Some of the winners from this week was Mitchell Trubisky. He lit up Chicago.
The Bears. The Bears.
Now, Bill Belichick ran into a problem. Cam Newton showed up this week. So now he has to choose Cam Newton or Mac Jones. Who do I go with?
Mr. Dab himself.
Then Tula from Miami.
My main man.
That guy, he's finally showing. And they got their defense, so they just need him. Him and Devontae Parker, if they can show up.
Win like 9 games, they're in there like swimwear, man.
Myles Gaskin, he's a decent running back to fill in.
He's like a Terrell Davis dog. Just a young gun in the making.
Then you got Zach Wilson, lit up our Green Bay third stringers. So he's a winner though for this week. He looked good. He definitely looked good. And then we got some losers from preseason week 2.
Don't talk about the Cowboys like that, man.
Yeah, Jamar Chase. Ah man, 3 drop passes in he's not looking too good.
You call yourself an NFL player?
Justin Fields. He got woken up. Buffalo lit him up. And then Trevor Lawrence. Jaguars, bro. What's going on with him,
You win a championship and you come off the road thinking you're going to go slinging it. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So
NFL
hopefully
rules for you.
Hopefully him and Urban Meyer can figure out what's going on. I know it's just preseason, but you gotta show something. And he's already named the starter, so that's obvious. They're not gonna go with Gardner Minshew.
What did last week? What did the Bears quarterback say?
No, he said
too easy for him?
Yeah, he said week 1. He said it was slow. The NFL seemed slow, and then he got woken up though.
Speed.
A nice hit. They threw a flag, but he got woken up. Man, he's going to realize it's not that easy, and Andy Dalton's going to start week 1 now. So how long is that, experiment's going to last? I don't know. But
Dalton started week 1?
Yep, they already named him.
What?
And another starter that got named is Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Denver Broncos.
Talking about the Broncos being whacked, dog. Now you're seeming pretty excited.
Yeah, Drew Lock. I wasn't, I was impressed with his week 1 and week 2 ability, but Teddy Bridgewater, I think, can take them to the next level, get into the playoffs, and doing something good in the AFC.
I know some pretty diehard Denver Bronco fans in this family around here in Milwaukee. I bet they're pretty happy about that one.
They're gonna be really happy with that one.
Nah, they just gonna be.
We got some news though.
Bridgewater, bro, man.
We got some news, B. It's not, it's small news, but it's big for our city. Giannis is now a part of the Milwaukee Brewers ownership. He's following Patrick Mahomes' way, and because Patrick Mahomes, he bought the Kansas City Royals ownership stake.
Nice.
So
investments.
Yeah.
Remember that, guys.
The city that gave you so much, you're giving back, and that's what you like to see,
I seen him at the game last night, man. At that comeback that the Brewers came back and won, man.
He liked those 2 big hits that we got. They brought Kane in for a nice RBI.
great game.
But we got the WNBA champs, Seattle Storm. They're the first pro team in 5 years to visit the White House. ESPN has announced Rachel Nichols no longer a part of the NBA programming, and they're going to cancel her show, The Jump.
To the end of the road. So it's still, man.
You know,
She'll land on her feet. She'll be
yeah,
alright.
we're all right. We're not going to miss her in the NBA. So,
Give somebody else the job.
all right, that was the news. Preseason week 3.
Y'all hiring? I'll do it.
We're going to be previewing preseason week 3. Friday, we got Indianapolis at Detroit. You got Pittsburgh at Carolina. You know, Pittsburgh,
Doubleheader.
Big Ben, he's been looking nice for them.
Been chilling out on them cheesesteaks, eating a lot more healthier.
Yeah.
Got him swinging more. He's out here.
Juju is going to benefit the most from that.
Juju on that beat.
So, Philly at New York Jets.
New York!
Zach Wilson and Jalen Hurts might not get no time, but it's still going to be nice to see.
Philly, we some dogs too, man. We some dogs.
Minnesota at Kansas City.
Shout out to Michael Bennett, man.
Bennett?
We already know that Kansas is going down. You want the best push-ups on that, my man, huh?
I'll take a 25 push-up bet on that one.
I said Michael Bennett. I don't think you'll give me my push-ups.
I'll do them both. Saturday, Green Bay at Buffalo.
Going to New York.
So our third stringers are going to get destroyed again.
Hey, you don't say that, man. They're out there trying.
Baltimore at Washington.
Washington.
Man, it just sucks because I'm ready for the regular season because I'm ready for these games. These games seem so nice if they're the regular guys in there, you know, the starters.
You gotta remember though, man. You're witnessing history though.
Yeah,
you know?
these young guys are gonna eventually prove.
What if somebody like came and just
dominating,
just kept playing the same way that they playing now? You know.
Chicago at Tennessee. Justin Fields, he will be playing that game because he is not the starter week 1, so he's gonna be starting this week.
I would say get them reps in Chicago. You know, like watch yourself.
Arizona at New Orleans.
What?
But
the big
see, they're in a pickle too now. Jameis Winston
Coach
or
Pickles.
Taysom Hill. Who do you go with? I like Jameis Winston personally. I know he gives you interceptions, but he does a lot on the offense that could help New Orleans.
If I wanted some crab legs, I would call that guy, but I'd rather give it to Hill, man. He's been waiting behind the counter this whole time.
He has.
Man,
and the Packers had him as a third-string quarterback. Do you remember that?
Man,
the preseason dominating.
I remember him putting in that work with Drew Brees, you know, making it work.
Yes.
You know, even though he wasn't started, he still
tight end, running back, quarterback,
that's a man, bro. That's a man to have on your squad. So I would put that man in charge of the team. It's no brainer.
Tampa Bay at Houston. The Los Angeles Rams are going to Denver. You're going to see Drew Lock now because he's not the starter week 1.
Sony Michel going to get some work in.
Sony Michel got traded. That is some nice news to tell. Sony Michel
probably get to work.
Got traded from the Patriots to the Rams. Exchange for draft picks.
Bill Belichick, man, you know what you're doing, I guess, huh?
He got rid of it. He knew how to get it.
He got something up his sleeve.
Yep, he knows the future. The Los Angeles Chargers are going to Seattle.
That's a great place to go.
Nice
Their
place.
team sucks, but you know. Kidding the Hawks.
You don't talk about Russell Wilson that way.
Whatever, man.
That is a Wisconsin Badger alumni. You don't talk to him like that. Sunday we have Jacksonville at Dallas. Hard Knocks is going to be on Tuesday. HBO, tune in for that. See Dallas get their ass whooped.
Yup. Sorry about that.
Miami at Cincinnati. That's a CBS game.
It's going to be a good game. They're both like
they're
trash, but you know, like
but Miami should be better this year.
Yeah.
They had a chance to win the division And then Buffalo's like, nah.
Buffalo's cold.
We traded for Stephon Diggs.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna help Josh Allen become who he is.
Miami's gonna be in the wild card.
And they trashed Josh Allen so bad when he first came out, and
he was trash.
But he showed though he had a nice arm.
He did put in work.
He knew how to run.
He was throwing it, but you know, like he
knew how to run.
Way better at it.
Yeah, and then now he started, and then getting Stephon Diggs.
Especially the last 2-3
that's
years,
helping
I'd say he was like fire, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
he's a great quarterback. Shit, I'd draft him if like over any. Pretty much, I just keep picking running backs for wide receivers, and then go pick him because he's still gonna be out there.
He's still gonna be out there.
Some people are sleeping on that guy.
And then you got Las Vegas and San Francisco. And here's another team that pisses me off. San Francisco. They got Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay, he's decent. All right, but
what? He's decent.
He's decent. At best.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
But Trey Lance comes in and he lights up the preseason. Why don't you start that guy? That is your guy right there. You drafted him number 3 for a reason. But again, they're Chicago. They shoot themselves in the foot. We're gonna go with this guy. We're gonna go with Jimmy. We're gonna go with Andy Dalton, like Chicago says. And then 5 weeks from now, when we're 1-4,
fuck their minds up, swap them out.
Yep, we're 1-4, and then we're gonna think this guy's gonna save our life. And then he looks bad because he's trying to come in and save a team that should have been doing decent.
So Jimmy's always getting injured though, so that's pretty much what you probably got him looking forward to.
Yep. I say about week.
He never stays healthy.
Week
was
6.
it like 3 years in the league, or in like as a starter?
As a starter, yeah.
And then I don't think he's played a full season, has he?
No. And he came in for New England and he looked great, and then everybody went on him looking great. They did the same thing for Matt Flynn in Green Bay. Seattle spent all that money, but Pete Carroll's not stupid. He started Russell Wilson over Matt Flynn, the guy that he just picked up from Green Bay. Matt Flynn still got money from them, but hey, he made the right choice because he got a Super Bowl out of it. Matt Flynn, he wouldn't have won the Super Bowl for them. So
he's a good guy.
He's a nice guy though. We got New England.
Matt Flynn from the Packers, right?
Yep.
The old Packers. Oh man, Matt Flynn's nice, bro. Like,
he's nice.
I remember that one game where he just
6 touchdowns,
bro.
We lost to the Patriots.
The Steelers. We beat the Steelers then, right? That next week.
No, we beat Detroit. He threw 6 touchdowns against Detroit. He had 4 touchdowns against New England, and we let the 400-pound lineman run that kickoff damn near 60 yards and couldn't tackle the fat fuck.
We do some shit like that all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
hopefully we're better this year. No,
but I like Lyman though. I didn't mean to call you a fat fuck. You're a nice guy though. Cleveland at Atlanta. That's an NBC game. So those are, when we do our pick'ems, those are worth 2 points. CBS and NBC game.
Up by 1 right now.
Hey, we're talking about that later. Right? Let's jump into our facts.
Oh, we talked about Bill Belichick earlier. Let's get back to that.
Bill Belichick.
Smart man.
That man is in his 47th season as an NFL coach.
Greatness.
He has more coaching experience than 15 head coaches age.
If you haven't, go watch that 30 for 30 on him, man.
Oh, it's amazing. Kyle Shanahan, though.
ESPN.
From San Francisco. Matt LaFleur. Kingsbury out in Arizona. Joe Judge. Matt Nagy. Man, the list goes on. Zach Taylor. Sean McVay. He has more coaching experience than these guys' age. Sean McVay is 35 years old as a head coach. And think about that. He has 47 years coaching experience. This man's a genius.
Say, I was laying my bones when you was chewing bubblegum, son. Oh. Bill Belichick, man.
Alright, so another fun fact is Tampa Bay has won the NFC Central, which is now known as the NFC North, more recently than the Detroit Lions.
Detroit!
Both teams have won the division 3 times, but Detroit hasn't won it since '93. Tampa Bay won it last in '99. They were in the same division from 1977 to 2001 before Tampa Bay got moved to the NFC South. That is fucking nuts. So the
Facts.
Detroit
Big
Lions
facts.
haven't won since '93.
Detroit.
The division.
Man,
That's sad.
Matt
That's
Stafford and
sad.
Calvin Johnson were probably
They
the
tried.
best duo, ever, bro.
They fucking tried.
And then what was the 2018? Like Detroit probably had a fire ass year where I think we lost to them twice, like badly. Like I don't know if it was 18 for sure, but I think that was their last good year as a solid team, and didn't make the playoffs. We ended up doing it.
Yeah.
Our division's hard, man. You can't come across the
Minnesota,
Packers and
Chicago,
be some,
Green Bay.
It's not gonna happen,
And Detroit.
King of the North.
Detroit right now has a good team, but they got Jared Goff. So, I like him, but I don't think he's the answer for them. We're going to see, though. I think Matthew Stafford got the upside on the deal, and Jared Goff is really pissed.
Oh, bullshit. Man, Matthew Stafford, he needs this, bro. He needed this. That's his brand new start, bro. Get a whole new team.
Let me get a team. Robert Woods, I'm going to be able to throw
for the guy, bro.
Cooper Kupp. Sony Michel's going to be behind me now. Imagine being him right now. That has to...
L.A. They got a team this year.
Defense, oh, man.
And do,
Aaron Donald.
If he could just shut his face, and just play defense,
Aaron Donald, though, he's...
Oh, man, that man's cold, bro.
But another fun fact, the Ravens have won 19 straight preseasons. They just added another one last week.
Another one with DJ Kelsey.
But another team has done something special in a way. The Atlanta Falcons have lost 10 straight preseason games.
Man.
They have also lost the last 14 of their 15 games.
Street.
Horrible.
Sorry, man. Long live Bankroll Fresh, man. Atlanta, they'll be back. I wouldn't say, maybe they surprise somebody and win 6 games.
But it just sucks having a Super Bowl champs in your division.
Then get rid of your favorite star.
Now let's jump into our fantasy segments. The Would You Draft Me? It's a redraft non-PPR edition.
Non-PPR.
I'm going to throw out 2 names and
keep that in mind.
Would you draft me, Bardo? So Keenan Allen, tier 4, wide receiver 13. Or CeeDee Lamb, tier 3, wide receiver 12.
Oh man, I wish we get a sponsor with a bell or a whistle, because then I would have stopped you at Keenan Allen, my man.
Keenan Allen. That is my pick also. Because
don't ever pick a cowboy, guys. Don't ever. I just playing with guys.
Keenan Allen.
He's good, But Keenan Allen, bro, he's been putting in that work. Phillip Rivers, bro. He went off of that injury, back at it again. He's
right back in the
cold,
gym,
bro. He's just running past people. He just makes people look bad. He shakes them off, grab that ball, going yards after the catch.
I feel like him and Devontae Adams, though, their footwork are
don't
the
ever
best.
Compare no one
the best.
to Devontae
No,
Adams,
but they're the best, though.
Yeah,
in the
great
league.
footwork here now. Tommy has a lot of respect for you. I do too, but you got a lot of. I want to see you this year. Get that Devontae Adams statue. You ain't got no lies. Me, man. I think you can be that great.
I think you will be.
Devontae Adams.
I think
we're gonna be great.
I think he's a wide receiver.
This isn't a Packers show.
About a 10. He's at wide receiver 13, but I'm putting him, around 8 or 9, because that's where he should be. If Justin Herbert gets the full season and we see him
stay gunning
like he did last year, but if he has his sophomore slump like they always do, then Keenan Allen is not going to produce the way he should. But we got Stephon Diggs, tier 2, wide receiver 3, or DK Metcalf, tier 3, wide receiver 6.
I know what you're going to say.
Oh, you know who I'm going with.
You're going to go DK
Buffalo.
Metcalf. Oh.
Stephon Diggs.
Come on, man.
Because Josh Allen is going to be slinging it to him all day like last year.
True. But I still give DK that, even if he catches 3 balls, 2 of them are touchdowns.
Easy, because he's so big.
Yeah.
He's so big, dude.
Stephon Diggs going to get you, 17 probably, probably get a good 120 yards or whatever the fuck.
But in a non-PPR league, I feel like Stephon has more of the yards. DK can catch him and get that touchdown, but the yards are gonna really count, and I feel like Diggs is gonna be the one that gets that.
Man, Diggs is a weapon for sure.
Now this one's hard. So 9 PPR, Austin Eckler. He's a tier 3 running back 13.
Antonio Gibson's he's pretty much running it through you.
And Antonio Gibson, a tier 2 running back 10. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick won't check down as much. So I feel like that's a toss up. Austin Eckler, he relies on the catches, the check downs. He'll get you those 8 or 9 catches, and that's gonna boost your PPR. But in a non-PPR, I think I got to go with Gibson.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. And I like that Jared Patterson from Washington, little running back, man. He's a little guy, but he's fast.
He's fast.
Undrafted.
He's an undrafted player too?
Undrafted.
That's nice. Phil Lindsay, undrafted, comes in and lights up Denver, but then now he got traded to the worst running back core in Houston.
Man, they needed it though,
Hopefully he helps though, because
I don't see how he doesn't.
That's anything he was in Denver is gonna help Houston regardless. But they rely on David Johnson so much.
Houston lost a lot, but
and then with Deshaun Watson's scandal, you don't know what's going on. Deshaun Watson and Phil Lindsay would be something good in that, but he don't want to be there either. So now it's hard. If his scandal wasn't here, he'd probably be traded.
I mean, it's a business, man. You gotta go do your job.
Regardless, you're getting paid.
Like when people do that.
Nope. You're getting paid.
You're getting paid to play the game.
And you signed a 5-year deal. You know what you're doing.
Read your contract. Learn how to read. That's why you went to college, not to just play football. You got an education, though.
Then we got. So we both took Antonio Gibson, right?
Yes.
So we're going with Antonio. Okay. So we got Russell Wilson, a tier 2 quarterback 6. Or Justin Herbert, tier 2 quarterback 8.
Great guy. Nah, this kid, I'm going with Russell.
Russell
Wilson.
I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert because I hope he's gonna continue what he did last year, and if he does what he did last year, I think 35 touchdowns to 38 is something he will do. But
you got high hopes for him.
Can you imagine that guy throwing 40 touchdowns?
No.
What it would do for Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler, because he beefed up his offensive line.
I actually want to look at their schedule.
Corey Lindsey, one of our best centers, number 3 in the NFL center, we got rid of. And he went to LA Chargers.
Man, we always do that.
Yes.
Why do we do that? Why?
Yes.
Green Bay Packers.
But we picked up.
Explain.
We picked up the number 1 center in the draft, and he does look really good though.
Every defense.
So I hope. Packers always say we're relying on the young guy, the young talent, and that's nice. But when you have somebody that's already producing, why not run it again and try to get this Super Bowl, which you're chasing? So I'm going to go with Justin Herbert, with him having Corey Lindsey there, Austin Eckler being healthy, and Keenan Allen. If those guys all can stay healthy, it's going to be something special in LA, and it's not going to be the Rams.
Man, they do. I'm looking at their schedule right now. They play like Kansas City. They play a couple.
There's a couple hard games in there.
Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be.
Denver. They got a decent schedule. I think they can pretty much do exactly what you just said, man.
So I hope he gets
I'm
up
still
there.
picking Russell Wilson.
I'm going with Justin Herbert on that one. That was our Would You Draft Me segment.
Would you draft me?
Now let's jump into Did I Say That sticky note edition. So I'm going with Trey Lance. He's going to be the starter by week 3. They're going to understand what they did wrong, and they're going to finally put him in there. So I'm going with that as my sticky note. Week 3, Trey Lance will be the starter, San Francisco 49ers.
thinking Miami Dolphins can take the division.
That's gonna be your sticky note.
That'll be my sticky note. They'll beat Buffalo. You know, if they stay out, they all stay healthy, man. They can just run it, man. Miami's underrated.
Big time.
Yeah, so.
Big time. Well, then I got. Now this one, it's so hard because I'm relying on Dak Prescott. So if he's healthy,
for sure, bro. Because I do not want to draft Ezekiel Elliott again.
Or CD Lamb and these guys if he's not going to be there because Dallas did nothing to help the quarterback situation. They're still doing nothing.
It's about time America's team
does something
for real. Otherwise, just transfer the name. Because
I really think CD Lamb can be a top 5 wide receiver, and I'm throwing him up there with, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins. No, I'm saying with Dak Prescott, him being healthy is really gonna help CeeDee Lamb, but it's definitely gonna help the Cowboys.
What about Amari Cooper, my man?
And that's the thing. There's so much. I think there's so many eyes on Amari CeeDee Lamb so tall and all this. I feel like it's.
I'm kind of thinking the exact opposite. I'm thinking that they're looking at this little guy now.
CD?
Yeah, he's the big all the time.
Amari Cooper, but yeah, it could go either way.
Amari Cooper's always injured. You got that Julio thing going on.
I feel like
I don't want to play this.
Top 5. That's gonna be my sticky note.
All right, remember that.
Lamb,
write it down.
Top 5.
Take a picture. I just want to see it.
And then I feel like I don't know how you feel, but
we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, the Chargers defense, man, those guys.
Champion. Defense wins championships.
And I feel like I'm loving the Chargers so much, and I really do like the Chargers. But their defense, I think, could be a top 10 defense, and they're ranked 18 right now, and I don't know how. They have to be at least in the top 15, and they're not. So I think they're going to be a top 10 defense this year.
Well, the Packers should be. No, we're not.
They're not.
They do good in the beginning.
Yes, they do. Alright, we're going to edit this. So
I was just saying, I don't like looking at the screen and picking them. I want to circle it on the paper again.
Alright, but you gotta get a binder though.
That before we
you gotta get a binder and you gotta get that sleeve. I got all the sleeves in there because this is gonna fuck with the noise.
Right.
So if
like this,
the binder sleeves.
In there?
Yep, and then you just flip them, and then you won't hear nothing. And then we can do that for you. So I can write it down for you though. I don't mind doing that. All right, but we got our NFL pick'ems, Bardo. Last week we tied because of the extra 2 points I got on Monday's game. You were beating me 3-5, and I pulled it out 5-5. But
what was that pick?
Over New Orleans and Jacksonville. You took Jacksonville, I took New Orleans. And they squeaked it. They just got it.
Jacksonville.
Thank you. But Jameis Winston, he let it out, and then they started to, third stringers, whatever, come in. The pick'ems are going to be a lot better come regular season, and we can start getting everybody involved.
Do we start? Because this is just preseason, right?
This is just preseason.
Right, we start 0-0.
Yep.
Come real time.
Woo! So
then I'm really taking you to SummerSlam.
overall, you're beating me 8-9. So this week I can clean up.
Yeah. In your bra.
I'm
away with the score.
I took Friday is Minnesota at Kansas City, and I took Minnesota. Who do you got? Kansas City. So Saturday we got Green Bay at Buffalo. I'm switching it up. I'm going Buffalo.
Just because you're a half-blood. I'm going Green Bay, man.
He's sticking with his team.
Pull it off.
Chicago at Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm going with Chicago.
What?
I'm switching up this week.
All right, let's go Tennessee, man. I don't know why you do that. It's okay, man. I believe you.
The LA Chargers at Seattle. I'm going with the Chargers. We've been talking about them all show.
Man, Russell's not playing great. Nobody's playing.
Nobody's really playing. This is all backups.
Let's go with the warm city town. Let's go with the Chargers.
They're going with the Chargers. Jacksonville at Dallas. I got Dallas.
Jacksonville, you let me down. We do Jacksonville.
You're going Jacksonville. Miami at Cincinnati. I got Miami, and that's a CBS game. That's a special 2-point game.
Jacksonville, don't let me down 2 times in a row. Miami.
Don't let them down. We both got Miami.
Yeah.
Las Vegas at San Francisco. I'm going with the 49ers.
That's a good pick. I'm going with that.
We're both taking the 49ers.
I still don't have faith in Vegas yet, man.
No.
Still that.
They spent all that money on their stadium. They got a whole DJ booth and dancing section and everything. They're just kicking it over there. But
man, I thought
that
Pfizer
helps.
Forum was nice. You know, it is. It's great as hell, but
that helps. That helps
Vegas,
the pockets though in Las Vegas. That don't help the football team. That just helps the Las Vegas pockets.
Bigger here.
Then you got New England at Giants. I'm going with New England.
Yeah, the Giants. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about them. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to say nothing.
We're both going with New England.
Yes.
Cleveland at Atlanta.
With the dogs.
That's an NBC game, so that's a 2-point special.
Cleveland.
And that's going to end our Sunday game, so I'm going with the dogs. I'm going with Cleveland.
What did Clay say? Oh, all right. Cleveland is 7. Oh. Yep. Good old days.
We're taking the dogs. We both got Cleveland.
My dog's going to win in 4th quarter. That's what I said was going to be.
And that was our NFL Pick'ems. We got another fantasy segment, Keep Trade Cut, PPR edition. PPR, Bardo. I'm going to throw out 3 names. You tell me, Keep Trade Cut. Terry McLaurin over there in Washington, Tier 3, wide receiver 10. You got David Montgomery over there in Chicago, Tier 4, running back 16. Chris Carson, Seattle, Tier 4, running back 18. Keep Trade Cut. Who are you going with?
I would say it was almost kind of easy, but then it kind of kept looking a little bit.
It gets tough.
I would cut David because, you know, he let me down last year.
Towards the end, he started picking it up though. So the beginning, you were.
I was thinking, so do we
really
give him that benefit?
That's what sucks. Yeah.
I like McLaurin though, so I would.
That's Terry Scary.
I would try to trade him. You know, he has that high value.
Yeah, he has.
Or I would try to trade Chris Carson because he's injury prone. You know.
Yeah, but he has. Yeah,
they're both good.
They're really good though. He has. Chris Carson has so much value
for both of them. I would say. But I would. All right, like I said, cut David.
Yep.
And we're gonna trade Chris Carson.
And keep Terry Scary.
Yep.
So I think, man, it's hard because I feel like David Montgomery could do something this year. So I think I would.
Chicago, come on.
Yeah, that's what sucks.
Come
I think
on.
I would. Yeah, Tim. I think I would cut David. Yeah, I think ours will be the same. I think I would cut David Montgomery.
Get some money for Carson.
Yes, I would keep Terry Scary and I'll get some money for Chris Carson.
Get a defensive back or something, man. Because Washington, you guys good defense, but you can always add more. You can always add more defense.
Yeah, we're gonna be trading for a wide receiver or something to add to our Terry Scary.
True. I like the young guns over there.
Then you got, so we got Myles Gaskin from Miami, a Tier 5 running back 22. Mike Davis from Atlanta, Tier 5 running back 25. Or Deontay Johnson, Pittsburgh, Tier 4 running back 21. Keep trade cut.
We agree that Johnson's in his 3rd year, and he possibly learned something by now, right?
Oh yeah. Him and Juju, I think we'll have a good season this year with Big Ben. So I think we're both going to keep him, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, keep Johnson from Pittsburgh. We're both cutting Mike Davis.
Got to, man.
Yeah.
He's already been traded once.
Because Myles Gaskin, you can't cut Myles Gaskin. He has something special to him, you know? I know the backfield's packed because they traded for Malcolm Brown from the Rams. So I know it's packed, but I think he can do something. So I think we would...
Let him go to a better team.
Yeah, I think we would trade him to get some value from it. So we're both keeping Johnson, cutting Davis, and trading Gasson. We got Chase Edmonds from Arizona, tier 5, running back 28.
Oh, now you got some good ones.
Odell Beckham from Cleveland, tier 5, running back 26. My boy has fallen so far. Kenny Galladay.
I was going to say, does he have a comeback season? Go ahead.
I feel he does. Kenny Galladay, the Giants, tier 5, running back. Or Kenny Galladay from the Giants, tier 5, wide receiver 25. Keep trade cut.
Cut Chase. Cut Chase. I'm keeping Odell because man, I think I keep
Ours are gonna be the same. I can already feel it.
Because he's gonna have a comeback.
You cut Chase, you trade Odell, and you keep Kenny.
Yeah.
And what sucks is because that's saying that
I wanted to keep him.
I know,
but then,
but it sucks because that's saying that Daniel Jones is gonna have a better season than Baker Mayfield. And if everything works out in New York, he will. If Saquon can stay healthy, if Kenny Galladay can produce just like he did with Matt Stafford, I feel he can do it. So we got
Chris Godwin and Robert Woods.
Julio from Tennessee, tier 4, wide receiver 15.
Man.
Chris Godwin, Tampa Bay, tier 4, wide receiver 17. Or Robert Woods from the Rams, tier 4, wide receiver 14. Keep trade cut.
Man. Chris Godwin.
That's hard.
Chris Godwin's been my guy for a couple, but
for so long.
I think he has like more weapons around him now, so like if we're just like throwing this in the air.
That's what's hard because he has so much. And
then Robert Woods is
Mike Evans,
man, but he's
Ronald Jones, Giovanni Bernard now.
I hear his name a lot.
So you got personally, I think I would trade Chris Godwin. I would keep Robert Woods and I would cut Julio Jones. As much as that pains me, I feel like people would bite on Chris Godwin more than they would bite on Julio Jones.
Yeah.
So if I had to keep trade cut, it would suck, but Julio would be cut.
He's old, man.
I'm keeping Robert Woods and I'm trading Chris Godwin to get some value. Because, maybe we can beef up our running back and help out, get some depth or get a flex play.
I don't know, man. Julio. Yeah.
That was our keep trade cut fantasy edition PPR. Now we had some wrestling over the weekend. Saturday we had SummerSlam.
The Rock's back or what, man? Cause
not yet, but I want to see him fight Roman Reigns.
Last time I seen him fight, man.
But what's crazy though is they went from the WWE network, so they had their own app and everything, and they went with this Peacock TV. So since then they've been having some really good ratings, being on Peacock. Well, this SummerSlam was the most viewed and the highest grossing pay-per-view ever for the WWE, all time.
Who's watching? Jerry Jones?
Everybody was watching.
What'd he do? But Kanye must have bought it at the stadium.
At his stadium?
Yeah, he bought it.
Well, I did some picks over the weekend. I took Cena, Bobby Lashley, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, RKO and Matt Riddle, the Uso brothers, Edge, Drew McIntyre, Alexa Bliss, Big E, and Damian Pierce. And I was 7 for 10 with that pick. I lost one of them because I took Sasha Banks, and I knew she was going to pull, and everybody was talking about this Becky Lynch shit coming back, and she ended up coming back.
Yeah.
And she won the SmackDown champion back. So she stole the show coming back. Yeah, she stole the show coming back. Then Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter, she won her gold back. She won the Raw champ.
Rolex wearing. Woo!
Roman Reigns, he handled his business against John Cena to retain the Universal champ. Brock Lesnar showed up at the end of SummerSlam after being gone for, I think, a good year or two. And Paul Heyman is now Roman Reigns' manager. So Brock Lesnar was pissed, ran in the ring, made Roman Reigns run out. And he had some unfinished business, some anger he wanted to let out. So he beat the shit out of John Cena.
What?
At the end of SummerSlam, off air. Once the camera stopped rolling, picked that motherfucker up, F5'd him. Let out his anger,
What? Is there a video of this?
Oh yeah, it's all over.
Oh, you gotta tag me now. I did not know that.
I'm tagging you that.
I have not seen like a wrestling match in forever, I tell you.
And I feel like this could bring us back into watching shit like that, where we could have little segments when they do their pay-per-views. And to see who's gonna win or whatever.
Want to start watching a little more wrestling.
But it's because I have a kid though. That's why I watch it. Because she
you put
watches,
it on though. You started good though. You showed
young
it from the beginning.
Yeah. And then I went on him to this year.
It's just like hip hop, dog. Like
you got to go back and watch. Where did we come from? And that's where you see it. But Monday Night Raw. So Alexa Bliss, she's this she's a nice chick, So she came back with her little doll, her little demon doll, so she could talk to Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter. And then The Miz, you remember The Miz and John Morrison, the red carpet guys. The Miz, he came from the real world and all that.
Okay.
So yeah, like back in like 2005, 2006 when we used to watch wrestling, they had the red carpet. They would come out with the big glasses.
Okay.
Well, they teamed back up. The Miz turned his back on him, bro. Beat the shit out of him.
Backstab.
Yeah, backstabbed them.
Backdoored them, man. It's not cool.
So we're gonna see what happens to them. But then we got a boxing match, Sparto.
Got your hat.
A got your hat match. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. Saturday, August 29th. Live Showtime pay-per-view. Jake Paul's hometown, Cleveland, Ohio, at the Rocket Mortgage Field House. They got some like a noticeable name I seen. So Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, the dude that fought him.
Mm-hmm.
So his brother Tommy Fury is on the card. So we're gonna be able to see him.
What?
Him fight, yeah.
Are we watching that? Are you watching that?
Oh, I'm ordering that.
I'm coming over, man.
So we have Jake Paul. He's 3-0. He fellow YouTuber. He fought. Then Nate Robinson. We remember that.
Man, sorry, Nate.
Oh my God.
I heard he left the group chat, dog.
Everything. Then Ben Askren, embarrassment after embarrassment, but walked home with money. So I guess it was an upside for him.
How many actual fights do you think he has to win, for the actual boxing?
If he beats this guy,
take him serious.
Yeah, if he beats this guy, he's getting somebody nice.
And that's only 4-0 fights,
Yeah, but
there's people that were like 19.
But Tyron Woodley, he has a different swag. I don't think he's gonna allow you just to knock his ass out. That's number one,
I think Paul's fan base just gives him more promotion.
And that's what
I'm not saying the kid's not real, but I think there's way better fighters out there, bro.
And I'm not comparing them to this guy at all, so don't try to take that into consideration. But it's close to Conor, where his fan base is so big that you rely more on the fans because they're gonna pay the money.
And look what happened to Conor when he started going fan.
Yeah.
Don't go show. Just stay who you are.
Just stay real. And then college football, we have a Badger versus Penn State game. They're going to be up at Kent Randall Stadium. Saturday, September 4th, noon, our time. It's going to be on Fox, Sparta. So back in last year, 2020, they were 4-5, number 3 in the Big Ten East. The last time the Penn State and the Badgers played was in 2018. Penn State was number 21 and we weren't ranked. They beat us 22-10.
Penn State's cold, man.
But they got a key player to recognize. So Noah Cain, he had a leg injury last year. He only played 6 plays, but he's gonna be healthy this year. So he's gonna be a nice running back for them. I think he had 8 touchdowns, 84 carries, 443 rushing yards, 5.3 yards a carry. Penn State, man, they have a lot of offensive weapons. So, but we have a really good defense. So I think it's going to be a nice matchup. And our quarterback, Graham Mertz, he's a really good quarterback. So I think our struggling offensive line it's going to be tough because they're struggling.
You get back in there.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think our defense is going to be able to hold it out. I think we pull it out 23-17.
Oh, college games are cool, man.
Yeah, but I can't pronounce this guy's name. PJ. Man, I can't pronounce it. I don't want to disrespect him from Penn State. But the guy is 6'4", 326 pounds. He had 35 tackles and 1 sack last year. That guy, that linebacker is a monster. And we don't have the same, the James White, Melvin Gordon type running backs, Jonathan Taylor that we had, So, man, our quarterback, I feel bad for him. He's a really good quarterback, but he's going to have a tough time going against Penn State.
Yeah, defense wins championships, man. We already talked about that, so.
Defense.
But if you guys them winning, though, then you might have a little bit of faith in this quarterback.
Yeah, 23-17, I think they'll be able to pull it out. But
Yeah,
that's it.
PJ, I want to take a crack at it. PJ Mustipher?
Mustipher.
I don't know. Oh, you shouldn't have said it? Nah. I don't know, man. I do want to say that I've been looking at, I looked up Tyron Woodley. That's a fighter that used to fight, correct?
Yes.
Man, got 19 wins and 7 by knockout.
Yep. And that's what I said. So he's not,
but
he's not somebody that's going to be just a light, like
yeah,
Ben Askren is a wrestler.
Yeah, that's what
he's
I'm saying.
not a boxer.
This is a real fight now.
Yes. Now it's going to be like, if he wins this fight now it's going to start opening eyes where, okay, you're not just that celebrity. You can actually knock some people out. But you have to knock out Tyron Woodley. You can't just win because you had all those fans and you're signed to Showtime now and you get a decision win. I need you to knock out Tyron Woodley to prove it. That's where it has to be, And it's not, knock him down a couple of times. You don't have to clear him where he's unconscious. Knock him down where you look at him and you're like, yeah, motherfucker, that's what can happen.
What if the fight's rigged, just like when Floyd knocked out his brother and then he was just dancing with him, holding him up.
And that's the thing, you never know.
You seen him knock, bro.
Yeah. And you still give him a little props because he still had a couple nice hits, That's why
Floyd on Jake when he stole his hat.
No, the Logan Paul, he has some nice hits, and that's what. Okay, you get in the ring. That's nice. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, both. I would say.
But
I seen 2 of the fights out of the 3, and he handles himself pretty good.
Yes, and he's bigger than Jake Paul. But we made it through.
Side note, real quick before we end the day. Happy birthday to Michael Redd.
Oh, happy birthday, Michael Redd.
One of the legends of the Bucks Nation, dog.
Man, we had so many free pick and save jerseys from him. Oh my God. So many front row tickets because we sucked.
Man, we've been trapping it for a long time. And we got that championship this year.
But now we finally won it.
We was dodging everything in Bradley Center. They tore it down, gave us a new stadium. What was it, 3 years later?
But preseason starts October 3rd, so we're going to be talking about the Bucks again.
Bucks ball!
We're going to be talking about the Bucks again.
Bucks ball! That's all you heard.
And you have a long season. 82 games.
6 more years of championship, dog. We're coming for Jordan Spot, Jorge Spot, dog.
I'm good with 3. I'm good with 3. 3 out of the 5 years. I'm cool with that.
Bro, I'm thinking Brooklyn.
But
competition, man. Nah,
I love KD because
ball, man.
As much shit I give KD, he's a great player. So
bro,
I love KD. So too, I don't want Brooklyn to win though. And then I love Russ.
Think this happened, man. That's too much charisma on that team, man.
And then I love Russ. Russ is Russ Westbrook. That's my.
They're gonna lose to whoever they go.
But LA, you got. And Anthony Davis to throw the ball.
LeBron James.
Then you got Carmelo. Russell Westbrook. It's so much on that team.
Man, I'm trying to get Patrick Beverly on that team, though.
I heard about that.
Let's get that trade going, guys.
And if it is the Bucks in LA, how would that be for Giannis to win a second championship, beating LeBron?
That would hurt a lot for me.
Oh,
but I would love to see it, though.
No, yeah,
because
but
I suspected that to happen already, man. That's what I'm going for.
And that's your next leap, okay? We won it. But he's the type of player that says, let's get right back in there.
No.
I don't have the ring no more.
3-peat, man.
That ring's sitting in the trophy room waiting for Adam Silver to give it to me.
He said, let's do it again.
And that's what he does. I mean,
got that Kobe by Saturday.
Yeah. Giannis was at Chick-fil-A the day after winning the championship.
Not the 49-piece, not the 51-piece, but a 50-piece.
And then you had Mike Budenholzer. He was in a downtown bakery getting a sandwich. You know, after winning these guys they're humble, bro. They're not going to the club. They're not doing stupid shit with the championship. And then he went to Greece, and you thought Milwaukee greeted him. He went to Greece, and it was
his home.
Unbelievable, bro. Like, if I can travel somewhere, I want to go there just to see, like, they took that spot over for him. Man. The court that he went to, the court that looked, nasty, that he talks about, and where he learned, they did it all. Did it all for him,
I think I seen that. That was bad, man. That's nice.
And that's he gave so much to Milwaukee, and he's giving so much to them because those are the two spots that did a lot for him.
Man, the world is, we're all cousins, and
Yeah, and that's
love over there. That's family over there.
And that's what he said. He said, when I looked out into a crowd, America. He goes, I looked out into a crowd and see white people, black people, didn't matter what color you were. Everybody was happy. Man. Everybody was sitting there happy that
everybody
we won a championship.
Everybody love everybody.
That we won a fucking championship.
Bucks ball, man. We did that, man.
But
we took the Phoenix Suns out 4 games in a row, dog.
Yes.
Everybody probably counted us out, dog.
And Chris Paul,
I love Chris Paul.
I love Chris
Devin
Paul.
Booker. I'm mad that Devin Booker hangs out with Chris Paul and he started crying so much, bro.
But
I still love Devin Booker.
What did you say to Patrick Beverley to make him push you? There's a lot of shit that he says and does that people don't bring up. He's a great basketball player.
I think Pat said that. So you know how he plays his defense.
Yeah.
So Chris Paul sidely pushed him, but I don't think we caught that on camera. Maybe it happened before. I don't know if it's in his head or what, but Pat said that he pushed him, so he wasn't gonna let that go. You're not gonna put your hands on me.
Yeah.
So he pushed him back,
And then it was that smirk or something when you're walking past him. You could just see Patrick Beverley just waiting. Give me something so I could just unleash.
Unleash the dragon.
But he apologized, though. He apologized. He didn't mean to do that, Chris Paul. You just said something to him that he didn't like.
Pat Beverley, though. Shout out Pat Beverley, man. You ever want to be on the show, man? Come on through or Zoom us, man.
Man, Pat Bev. I remember him with the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
PJ Tucker.
Dude, those guys is... man.
They got plenty of snipers over there, dog.
But that about does it. That wraps up our 3rd episode.
Number 3.
Number 3 is
Thanks for
done.
listening to Tommy and Bardo. Come back next week where Tommy's gonna lose all of his picks, and I'm gonna be up again. Week 4 in the making.
All right, that's it for our show. We hope y'all enjoyed another great episode.
Thank you for our sponsor.
We got a great episode next week, though, because it's regular season, Bardo. So we're going to be starting over on our pick'ems after I win that $100 Amazon gift card.
I see the Leafs are changing. Not yet, but those are the
it's
good
coming.
Days right there, man.
But we got more savings next week, so...
I'm ready for Aaron Rodgers Day.
Tune in next Thursday. But if you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram at Timeout with the Crew. You can also follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook at Timeout_crew. Join the crew, everybody.
Join it.
Yeah.
Man, it's free.
Peace.
Went over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzscout to get their message out to the world. Buzzscout gets your show listed in every major podcast platform. Follow the link in the show notes. Let Buzzscout know we sent you. That gets you a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan. Also help support our show. Thank you.